The ball goes in the air. Tip goes to Teutopolis. Swingler brings it down for T-Town. Gets it over to Gobzinski on the left side to King. King looking. Gets it out to Custer. Custer in the corner to Gobzinski for the three. No good. Rebound goes to Matt McCollum for Mount Zion as he brings her down. Shoes tried to draw first blood. It didn't go for Gobzinski. There's a near steal. McCollum gets it back. Gets it over to Berkey. Over the right side. Gets it inside to Sams. Puts it up. They call a charging foul on him. No good.
Well, Sams beat his man, number 44. That is, Todd Taylor. But a nice job of defense there by Custer as he came over and slid down and drew the charge.
Real good because they had a wide open layup there. Good job by Mount Zion, but good defense by Teutopolis. Swingler to Gobzinski. Over to King on the left side. Makes the move to the hole. Puts it up. No good. Off the side of the board. Rebound Taylor. Scrambled for it, and Swingler comes out with it. Gobzinski on the right side. Over to Custer. To the left side to King. Teutopolis trying to run their offense. They get it to Gobzinski. He shoots. And it's good.
Gobzinski with a nice move into the lane for 2 points.
Gobzinski rolls to the middle, receives the ball, and drew first blood. So Mount Zion brings her down. Berkey being pressured by Swingler off to the right side. And there's a foul called.
John Coffey's going to get the whistle this time on number 14, Nick Swingler. That'll be his first and team's first as he's applying a little too much pressure over to Berkey.
Quick foul for Teutopolis. Swingler playing just a little bit too close, as you said. Now Glosser out front. Gets it over to McClellan in the corner. Looking down low. Don't see nothing. Makes the move to the hole. Swatted away by Custer. Glosser ends up with it. They get it to Berkey. Makes the move to the foul line. Brings it back out to Sams. Mount Zion being patient. Plank made a move to the hole, and he's fouled by King.
King's going to pick up with the foul. That'll be his first, team second, as he draws the assignment of guarding the very elusive number 42 of Neil Plank, and it's going to be a tough assignment for him as Plank's got a couple of inches on him as well.
Plank stands at 6'5". As Berkey brings in, he falls down. Swingler went for the ball and put his arm around. Gave him a big bear hug, and he gets called for the foul. Well, Nick tried to get the ball, but he went around. He put his arm completely around the player, and he got called for the foul. That's his second foul real quickly.
That's right. We haven't played a minute 45 yet. King Crawford wasn't exactly happy with the call, but I believe it was the correct one.
Plank gets it into Sams. It looked like it went off his hands, but they're going to say it's Mount Zion ball. Now they're going to overrule it.
John Coffey and the other official, Randy Hart, got together and they made the correct call.
Turnover for Mount Zion. 2-0 Teutopolis with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Gobzinski with it in the corner out to the top of the Swingler. To the left side to King. Looking. Gets it to Custer. He pulls up for a 15-footer. No good. Just barely grazed the front of the rim. Wow. Berkey brings it down for Mount Zion. Quickly to McCollum. Looking. Gets it to Berkey for the three. No good. Rebound goes to Gobzinski. Gobzinski brings it down. Clears it to Swingler, who crosses the timeline. And he gets it over to Mitch Custer. Custer moves to the right side, looking. Can't find nothing there as Gobzinski tries the post. Waves him over to the right side. He's in the corner. Now it's back to Gobzinski. Over to the top of the key to King. To the left side to Swingler. Swingler looking for something. Don't see nothing. Gets it over to the right side to King. Shoes just looking for some kind of opening here. King dribbling out front. Makes the move to the hole. He pulls up, shoots. No good. Rebound goes to Swingler, so the Shoes can reload. Nick Swingler gets it to Andy Gobzinski. Gobzinski looking over to Custer. To King for the three-pointer. It's good.
Johnny King able to knock down the three-pointer, and that was set up by a nice screen by Todd Taylor.
Teutopolis looking real patient on offense. 5-0 Teutopolis, 4:42 to go. And a turnover, and King steals the ball. And he trips and the ball goes out of bounds. The Teutopolis fans wanted a foul, and there's nothing called. Wow.
I think the referee was trying to run up the court, and he had his head turned.
I think you're right.
And then all of a sudden, King was on the floor, and he didn't really know what happened. It's going to be a 20-second timeout taken here by Mount Zion. So we'll keep it right here as Teutopolis has built a 5-0 lead at the 4:37 mark.
Wow, King had this out front to Glosser. Back to Berkey. No good on the shot. Rebound goes to Swingler. Here comes Teutopolis quickly over in the corner to King. Nothing there, so Johnny King will set it back up, swing it to Mitch Custer. Over to Swingler. Back over to Johnny King in the corner. He tips it inside to Taylor, and he throws it away.
Well, that was a good idea. Taylor sprung open underneath the basket, but the pass was tipped just a little bit, and then Taylor couldn't quite hold on to it.
Taylor doing a little limping out there as he comes out. John Tipton comes in for Teutopolis. John averaging 9 points a game, and I might add does a great job when he comes in.
Well, Taylor did an excellent job on Sam's in the post playing defense. We'll have to see if Tipton can keep that up.
Berkey gets the ball in the corner. They slap it right back outside, and Glosser ends up with it. Gets it over to Plank. Plank back over to Berkey. Back to Plank at the top of the key. Over to Glosser for the long one. No good. Rebound Swingler. Shoe's having a lot of chances here, Matt. Here comes Gobzinski on the wall. He gets fouled as he goes to the hole.
Gobzinski made a strong move to the basket, and Glosser's going to pick up the personal. That'll be his first, and send Teutopolis to the line for 2 shots.
Teutopolis running here a little bit, Matt.
Well, they're running when they get the opportunities. They've been able to get the rebound off the missed shots. Nick Swingler has 3 rebounds here in the early going, and when your point guard can rebound, he can automatically set up the break.
Gobzinski's free throw is good. 6-0 Teutopolis with that free throw with 3:30 to go here in the first period.
Matt Yelovich checks into the game for Mount Zion.
Next one's up, and it's in and out. No good. Rebound went to Sam as Mount Zion brings it down now. It's Berkey being hounded by Swingler. Swingler with the 2 fouls. Gets it over to Yelovich out front. Back to Berkey. They go down low, and it's intercepted by King. Another turnover. Here comes Teutopolis. King with the ball, making a move toward the hole, and brings it back out. Gets it over to Gobzinski. Back over to Custer. To King on the right side for a 3. Doesn't shoot it. Thought about it. Swingler with it at the top of the key. To Gobzinski to Custer. Custer on the left side to King at the top of the key. Gets it to Tipton. He shoots a little 15-footer. It's good.
Nice shot by John Tipton. Went right over the 6'8 Sam as he didn't come out on Tipton, and Tipton knocked down the jumper.
8-0 Teutopolis. 2:39 to go in the first quarter. McClellan for Mount Zion. Custer working against him. He picks his dribble up, being hounded. Gets it over to Yelovich. Over to McClellan. At the top of the key. They can't find nothing. The Teutopolis defense doing a great job. They get it to Plank, the 6'5 guard. Plank being guarded by Johnny King. Big height there. Looks like he's going to make a move. He does. It's slapped by Swingler. Good defense. Berkey comes up with it. Goes for the layup. No good. Tipped by Mount Zion. No good. And now there's a foul.
Sam's got the second offensive rebound. He was fouled. It looks like it's going to be on number 30, John Tipton. That's going to be his first, team's 4th.
Berkey had a wide open layup on the baseline, and he missed the shot. And it was rebounded by Mount Zion. Jake Sands, a 6'8", I think he's a junior.
Yes.
He'll shoot a 2-shot foul. First one's good. He finally gets Mount Zion to go on the board with 2:01 to go in the first quarter. 8-1 Teutopolis.
Checking back into the T-Town lineup, number 44, Todd Taylor, and Swingler's going to have a seat with 2 minutes left in the first period. He's already picked up 2 fouls.
Sams will try the second one. Good. So it's 8-2 with 2:01 to go. Here come the Wooden Shoes. Mitch Custer bringing the ball down. He's on the left side. Gets it over to Tipton to Gobzinski on the right side. Back to King on the top of the key. Now Gobzinski posts up. Nothing there, and he gets it over to Custer. To Tipton. To Gobzinski on the top of the key. Makes the move. Comes back out. Gets it to King at the top of the key. King makes the move to the hole. Tries to force something, and he gets fouled. He got lucky there, man.
Yeah, that's right. He forced it into the lane, and the referees kind of bailed him out on that one, if you ask me. as he got in there amongst them tall trees that Mount Zion presents. And picking up the foul will be Logan Glosser. That's going to be his second, team's third, sending King to the line for 2 shots.
King's first one is good. King just stands, he just sliced through there, and like I said, he got the call because that was a close one. He could have very easily been blocked or forced, so the ball could have went out of bounds, but he got the foul.
Zach Berkey returns to the lineup, and they're going to get Logan Glosser, the 6'5 sophomore, out of there as he's picked up his second foul with 1:34 left on the clock in the first period.
Next one by King is no good. Rebound goes to Mount Zion as Zach Berkey brings her down for the Braves. Being hounded by John Tipton now. He looks like he's a little quicker. He gets it over to Yelovic. He gets to go down inside, and it's turned over again. The ball, they keep trying to push that ball down low to Sams, and it's either being intercepted or that time it just bounced and went out of bounds.
Well, Sams missed that pass, but earlier T-Town's been doing a good job of playing defense on him. Sams would have had a wide-open layup, but he couldn't handle the pass. That's the 4th turnover for Mount Zion.
9-2 Teutopolis. 1:09 to go in the first quarter as Custer launches a 3, and it's no good. But scramble for the rebound, and Mitch Custer comes out with it. Wow. He shoots a 3 and gets his own board as Gobzinski makes a move to the hole, and he's called for traveling.
Gobzinski with a strong move to the basket, and it looked like Sams just held his ground. Gobzinski was expecting him to try to go for the shot block. A lot of body collision, but they said Gobzinski walked before any foul was committed.
9-2 Teutopolis, 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Mount Zion brings the ball down. Plank makes the move in the middle. And there's a foul on John Tipton as Plank tried to get the ball to Matt Yelovic, and Tipton was called for pushing, so it'll be Mount Zion's ball out of bounds.
And that's going to be Tipton's second foul, team's 5th, as Mount Zion inbounds.
Mount Zion gets it over to Berkey. Gets it to Plank. Back over to McClellan for the long shot, and it's no good, but he's fouled by Custer.
Custer makes an error there as he fouled the jump shooter. McClellan's going to get 3 free throws, and that's something you never want to do, as there's a lot of contact on that as Custer picks up the personal.
Not a wise foul, as you said. I don't think he was going to make the shot, but Mitch got him on as he was coming down. Thus, he gets the foul shot. The first one's good by Matt McClellan. He stands at 6'3". He's a junior. They're all underclassmen on this Mount Zion team. Next one up, and it's good.
He's got a real sweet stroke as he's made two of the first 2 free throws, and checking into the lineup now will be number 45, Michael Sams. He replaces his brother, Jake Sams. Michael is a 6'5 freshman, number 45.
And McCollum completes the 3-point play from the free throw line, makes it 9-5 with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Teutopolis hasn't been coming up with anything on the offensive end here these last couple times. So it'll be interesting to see if they milk the clock down, or which I think they'll do. They'll go for one shot as King has it up on close to the half-court line. In the mid-circle, waiting for the Mount Zion Braves to come out and get him. Here he makes the move toward the hoe. Kicks it to Tipton. Spin move on the inside. Puts it up, and it's good. But he got called for the charge, and they're going to wave it off.
And that's a real big foul, as that's Tipton's third. He made a spin move to the basket, but with 4 seconds left, he got called for the foul. And a good job by the Mount Zion defender, number 32, Matt Yelovic, as he just stood his ground and waited for Tipton to hit him. They're going to have to get him out of there as Nick Swingler returns to the lineup, as Tipton has 3 fouls, and that's a key bench player that's in foul trouble for Ken Crawford.
You're right about that. That was a great play by Tipton, but also from defensive-wise for Mount Zion, as here comes the Braves for the last second shot, and it's no good. It just barely rims out as Neil Plank launches one from three-point land, a long three-pointer. So at the end of one quarter, it's 9-5 Teutopolis. We'll be back.
5 from the charity stripe, and they have the ball to start the second period.
Plank brings it into Berkey. Aaron Niebuhr for Teutopolis is in the game now. Yelovic gets it over to McClellan. He makes the move toward the hole. He stops, and he travels. Good defense by Teutopolis. They slid down on the baseline and kept him from penetrating.
Well, that's another turnover for Mount Zion, as the T-Town defense is doing an excellent job. That's their 6th turnover in the first half, compared to Teutopolis' 5, but a couple of those from T-Town have come off the charges.
Aaron Nieberge in for Mitch Custer as Johnny King has the ball on the left side of the court. Gets it to Nieberge in the corner. Gets it to Swingler up front. He did travel, I was going to say. He moved his pivot foot as he turned, and he traveled. As Mitch Custer is set to come back in.
Custer's going to replace King in the lineup, and Aaron Nieberge, I'm sure, has seen some time here because of the performance he had this afternoon, as Ken Crawford's going to reward him for that, and also see if he can hit some valuable shots for him.
Plank gets the ball to Yelovic, back over to Sam, back over to Plank. Sam's back to Plank, working on the left side, looking, can't find nothing, being hounded by Nieberge. Gets it back over to McClellan. Matt McClellan out front, being hounded by Swingler. He makes the move, can't find nothing. Good defense by Teutopolis. As they get it down low to Sams, he makes the move, puts it up and good.
Good, strong shot there by Jake Sams as Gobzinski stood right in his way, but he went up and over him for 2 points.
9-7 Teutopolis as Neil Plank fouls Andy Gobzinski out here right in front of us.
That's right. It's Neil Plank's first foul, team's fourth, as Johnny King's going to return to the lineup for the Wooden Shoes. Sitting down will be Gobzinski. But Mitch Custer has been on Neil Plank, and Neil Plank has not got a shot off in this ball game, and he's one of their main offensive weapons. So kudos to Mitch Custer so far on the defensive end of the court.
That's a good point. With 6:44 to go, it's 9-7 Teutopolis. Teutopolis hasn't scored hardly at all here. Haven't scored since the middle of the first quarter. Custer on the right side looking. He can't get a good shot off. They're playing good defense on him. He gets it to Swingler at the top of the key. Makes the move over to the King on the left side. To Custer from the deep corner. He launches a three. It's good.
Custer got that shot off from the deep corner, and Sam couldn't quite get out there. The 6'8" Mount Zion Jr. couldn't quite get there.
Stolen away by Nieberge. Gets it to King. King makes the move to the hole, puts it up and good. He gets fouled.
That was a nice play by Nieberge to get the steal and the loose ball, picked it up, threw it to King from his back. King drove the length of the floor, got the layup, and was fouled.
Nice job by Aaron Nieberge to knock that ball loose. It's 14-7 Teutopolis with 6:08 to go in the first quarter as Gobzinski checks back in for Nieberge.
Boy, Steve, you say a little bit of something about there's no offense for T-Town, and within about 20 seconds we got a possibility of 6 points being put up on the board in very exciting fashion.
King trying to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way, puts it up and good. 15-7 Teutopolis, 6:08 to go in the first half. As Berkey brings it down, being hounded by Swingler. Berkey being pressured. Making a move toward the hose, stops, shoots a little 10-footer, no good. Rebound goes to Taylor. He kicks it to Swingler, who brings it down. Gobzinski's waving for the ball, but they bring it down. They get it to him at the top of the key, makes the move toward the hole, puts it up, no good. Catches his own rebound, puts it up and in. I'm not sure he traveled on that, Matt. The ball did not hit iron, and he caught his own shot. 17-7, 5:37 to go.
The referees must have said that the shot was tipped, or else that would be a travel, as Mount Zion is going to take another 20-second timeout. Now they respond here.
Matt McClellan brings the ball down for Mount Zion as Mitch Custer stays on him. He picks his dribble up. Now Custer's all over him. He's looking. He gets it over to Sam. Just beat the 5-second count as he gets the ball back now. McClellan will reset the offense. McClellan being hounded by Gobzinski, and he broke the double team and was fouled by Mitch Custer.
Mitch Custer's going to pick up the personal. That'll send number 20, McClellan, to the line. It'll be Mitch Custer's second personal, as Teutopolis is going to have to watch their players in foul trouble. Mitch Custer switched over to McClellan that possession as Johnny King was guarding the Neil Plank, and those two have been switching off on the players on the perimeter throughout this game and doing an excellent job.
8 fouls now for Teutopolis, 5 for Mount Zion as McClellan makes the first free throw. We were talking in the game before about how there were hardly any fouls called in that FEM St. Anthony game, and here we have the opposite. So
that's right. This whole tournament, there's been very few fouls called, as the second one is made by McCollum as well.
17-9. Teutopolis, 5:08 to go in the second quarter. Johnny King with the ball to Swingler at the top of the key, being hounded by McClellan. Mount Zion putting a little bit tighter defense on Teutopolis now. As Custer brings the ball out. Todd Taylor, Johnny King with it, gets it over to Swingler. To the left side to Custer, inside to Gobzinski. Takes a little 15-footer. It's blocked. Blocked by Matt Yelovic. He had Taylor cutting on the baseline, but he didn't get him the ball. Here comes Mount Zion. Gloucester with the ball in the corner, being hounded by Swingler. The ball is thrown into Matt Yelovic, and he travels with it.
The ball came in. Yelovic was slipping, and he fell down. And that's going to be a turnover again for Mount Zion, as that is their 8th turnover here in the first half.
Mount Zion having trouble getting that ball down low, man. Boy, they just can't get it in there. They're trying to bounce pass it. It's just not working, but they get the ball to King in the corner. He doesn't shoot, gets it to Niebuhr. Aaron Niebuhr back in now for Nick Swingler. They get it to Taylor in the corner. He fires it back to Custer for the three-pointer. Good.
Nice job by Todd Taylor to find Mitch Custer across the way for the three.
Mount Zion playing that zone defense, and Teutopolis being real patient. McClellan gets it over to Sam. Gets it over to Plank. Makes the move on the baseline. It's intercepted by Teutopolis. And Teutopolis gets it back. Here comes King on the run on the left side. Looking. Brings it back out front. Gets it back to Custer for the corner for three. Good! Custer buries the three. It's 23-9. Teutopolis with 3:39 to go as Mount Zion takes another timeout. Is that a 20-second match?
It's going to be a full set of just scoring only in that second period.
Here comes Mount Zion with Berkey being hounded by Aaron Niebuhr. He was still in the game. They switch on the pick. Gobzinski gets back to his man. Berkey now gets it over to Sands. The 6'8" man takes it, gets it back over to Berkey on the left side for a little shot. No good. This rebound goes to McCollum, and Custer got him on the back.
Custer picked up his third foul as McCollum had position on the inside. Custer went up with him, got called for reaching over the back, and McCollum will go to the line once again where he is perfect from the charity stripe. But the big story here is Mitch Custer has to come out as he has picked up his third personal at the 3:18 mark in the second period.
That's a big foul. That's not what you wanted to see. And McCollum is at the free throw line again, like you said. And I think a lot of their points have come from the free throw line.
Well, you're exactly right. They only have one field goal in this entire first half. That is the 6th free throw sank by Matt McCollum as he is 6 for 6. Jake Sams has 2 free throws and the only field goal for Mount Zion.
McCollum makes the first one, misses the second one, and Gobzinski rebounds, and he's fouled by Sam. He didn't agree with the call, but he did get him.
I think he had him around the wrist. He was hoping for the jump ball, but he got a hold of Gobzinski around the wrist. That's going to be his second personal, team's 5th.
Team's 6th, the next foul, they'll be in the bonus. As King brings the ball down, full court pressure by Mount Zion, and King just breaks everybody apart with the dribble.
King went through 4 of Mount Zion's defenders on the dribble, and I wouldn't have bet that he could do that. Now they skip it to him. King's wide open for 3. No good, but we have a foul call on the play, and we'll have to see what John Coffey says happened on this one.
There's an illegal screen or something by Swingler, knocked the Mount Zion player down, and that was the foul being called. So here we go again. Mount Zion going back to the free throw line.
That's right. Nick Swingler also picks up his third personal foul. Another big foul, and Coach Ken Crawford is going to have to make some decisions. He really only goes about 7 deep on the bench, and he's got 3 guys with 3 fouls. It's going to be interesting to see what happens and what kind of decision Ken Crawford's going to make. He's got Swingler on the floor, and he's going to leave him there for now, up 23-10. But Berkey's got the charity stripe for 2 free throws.
Berkey misses the first one, the 5'11 sophomore. See if he can convert on the second one. You don't want to keep putting these Braves at the line with the clock stopping. He puts the second one up, no good. Tip, rebound, King. He gets it to Swingler. He's going to bring it down under a slow tempo. He's being hounded by McClellan. The King on the left side. Looking. Johnny making a move. Going in. Puts it up. No good. He forced the shot. Good heads-up play by King. He forced the shot inside, missed it, and then knocked it off of McClellan, I think.
Well, King really did take an ill-advised shot as he went once again inside where those big, tall players from Mount Zion are waiting for him. But he was able to knock the ball off a Mount Zion player who had chose to just try to let it go out of bounds and try to grab it. and King kind of reached over and knocked it off of him, retaining possession for Teutopolis.
Nieberge inbounds it to Swingler. Gets it to Nieberge, over to the left side to King. Back to Swingler at the top of the key. Well, he gets tipped out of bounds by McClellan. Just about stole the ball. Mount Zion picking up the defense a little bit more here now.
Well, Mount Zion has been changing up their defense the last couple times. They've been in a straight man-to-man most of the time, but they have gone to a matchup zone from time to time as well. So they've been trying to confuse Teutopolis and really have been doing a nice job of. They've held them to only 23 points in the first half, but they haven't been able to score on their own end of the court.
Johnny King almost got the 5-second call. He got it over to Nick Swingler, who was fouled, pushed out of bounds. He was going to have to regroup here a little bit. Who was that foul on, man?
They're going to call Matt Yelovich with the foul. That'll be his first, team 7th, as now Teutopolis will be in the bonus for the rest of the first half.
And Mount Zion will be in the super bonuses. They've got, Teutopolis has 10 fouls. So Nieberge will go to the line for a bonus, and he puts it up and in. Big shot by Aaron Nieberge. Boy, is he getting his feet wet in this tournament?
Well, he's come in and gave Coach Ken Crawford some quality minutes, and with the foul trouble that that T-Town is in tonight, he's going to have to be used quite a bit in this ball game against Mount Zion.
Nieberge makes both free throws. It's 25-10, 2:12 to go. McClellan for a three-pointer for Mount Zion. It's no good, but Aaron Nieberge's called for the foul.
And Coach Ken Crawford jumps off the bench and says you can't foul the jump shooter, as once again McClellan will go to the line, and he will be shooting 3 free throws as he was on the way up with a three-pointer. McClellan, who's only missed 1 free throw, he is 6 for 7, has another chance to knock down some more charity shots.
Well, Nieberge checked him off, and that's where he got him at. He put his rear end into him, and he got the foul, so he'll shoot 3. The first one's up and good. Into the ball game for Mount Zion is Tom Droschner. He's 5'9", so he's about the size of Berkey. He's the smallest man on the field, or the floor. McClellan makes the second one, 25-12 with 2:08 to go. And he'll try to make it number 3, as he does. They don't want to foul him. It's 25-13, as here comes pressure by Mount Zion. They get it to Nieberge. He crosses the timeline, makes the move to Taylor on the baseline, kicks it out to King. Into Gobzinski. Oh, they throw it away. Wow.
That's one of those unforced turnovers that you hate to see. Teutopolis, the 7th turnover in the half.
They had the defense spread, and Gobzinski would have had a layup or a nice open shot, and he led him too far, and the ball went out of bounds. Here comes Droschner with the ball. Gets it over to Plank. Plank. It's over to Yelovich. Back to Plank. In the middle of the floor, way out front. Now makes a move on Gobzinski. Gets it into Yelovich. He turns, no good. Rebound Gobzinski, taken away by Plank, and he puts it up and in. Boy, Gobzinski had that ball, and they took it right away from him. 25-15, 1:25 to go. So Mount Zion picking up the pressure a little bit here. They get it to King. Johnny King with the ball, looking for something to happen. They get it to Gobzinski from the corner. He shoots. He forced one up, and it's no good. It got blocked. Boy, not good shot selection by Gobzinski. Here comes Mount Zion on the other side. Droschner out front to Sands. Over the left side to McClellan. Here he goes to the hole. Puts it up. No good. Rebound McClellan. Puts it up. No good. There's rebound Sands. And there's a whistle. I think it's out of bounds off the Teutopolis player.
A lot of contact and bodies flying everywhere as McClellan drove the baseline, tried to draw Teutopolis defender tried to draw the charge, couldn't get it done, and now Mount Zion will inbound.
Mount Zion inbounds. Plank's going to inbound it. He's looking, can't find nothing, and he calls a timeout.
With 52 seconds left in the first half of action, Ted Taylor has checked into the ball game.
Ted Haney.
Or Ted Haney, I'm sorry.
For Taylor.
Mount Zion would have to be happy to go in at the half, trailing by only 8.
Plank with a turnaround jump shot in the lane. No good. Rebound goes to Yelovich. He puts it up and in.
Yelovich, outstanding job on the board.
Now they're killing him on the board. Second shot. Teutopolis should have had that rebound. Swingler working with it. Gets it over the left side to King, who brings it up in the middle. Over to Aaron Nieberge. To Teutopolis is probably going to go for the last shot. 28 seconds to go. 25-17 Teutopolis. Johnny King being hounded by Tom Droschner. Is fouled by Droschner. King applying the elbows. The crowd wanted an offensive foul, but it goes the other way. And King will go to the line for a bonus.
That's one of those calls where I wasn't sure which way it was going to go when John Coffey blew the whistle. Johnny King had his elbows swinging pretty high, but they went with the block foul. As we will be shooting one in a bonus, and checking back into the lineup is Todd Taylor. He's going to replace Ted Haney.
Taylor going back in with 21 seconds to go, and King will shoot a bonus. And the free throws are going to be important because you can see how important they are for Mount Zion. Because it amounts to a lot of their points. As the first one rattles in.
Well, that's the third free throw that John King has made. He's missed one. He should be 3 for 4 in this half from the charity stripe. With 21 seconds left, he gives T-Town a 9-point lead, hoping for 10.
Next one's up. It goes out. Rebound, Neil Plank, 6'5" junior. He's bringing her down, waving for a guard to come and get the ball. He's being hounded. Still dribbling the ball. Tries it behind the back dribble. Forces the shot up. Good. A 15-footer. Wow, what a shot. 2 seconds to go. Teutopolis not going to get a shot off, and they don't. Nice shot by Mount Zion to close the gap here at the end of the second quarter. And at halftime here at Lance Gymnasium ball to start the third period. I'm sure the Wooden Shoes and Coach Crawford would like nothing more than to score right away, Matt.
Well, that's right. And they have been looking to Gobzinski in the corner for a three at the beginning of halves. Let's see if they go for that here in this ball game at the start of the second half.
Gets it to Custer, the top of the key, back to Swingler on the right side. Gets it to King at the top of the key. He makes the move toward the hoe, and it goes off his arm, and it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Mount Zion. Johnny King made that move again. He tried to make something happen. Somebody got their hand in there and knocked the ball off his arm, and it's Mount Zion ball. It's the first turnover of the half here for Teutopolis. So Mount Zion will get to try to draw blood here first as Berkey gets it down. Gets it over to Sam. Back to McClellan. Being hounded by Custer. Over to Glosser. They try to get it to Berkey, and Nick Swingler knocks it out of bounds. Good defense by Swingler.
That's right. Excellent defense as Swingler stepped into the passing lane and almost picked it off, but it knocked it out of bounds. It's Mount Zion ball.
Berkey gets it to Plank. He gets it to Glosser. He moves in and scores. And he's fouled.
Nice, strong move by Logan Glosser as he went to the basket against Gobzinski. Gobzinski was riding his hip all the way. Gobzinski picked up his first foul, sending Glosser to the charity stripe. And this is a chance for it to be a 4-point game as Teutopolis seemed to be in control, but Mount Zion's right back in it.
Mount Zion's got their confidence back as the free throw rattles home. It's 26-22, a 4-point lead with 7:16 to go in the third period as Swingler brings the ball across the court. Gets it to Gobzinski, who's way out front. The left side to King. Thought about going into Taylor, but gets it over to Custer. Back to Swingler. Back to Custer. Looking for something open. King makes the move to the hole. Gets it back to Swingler, who brings it back out. Nothing shaking for Teutopolis right now, being real patient. Swingler to Gobzinski. The right side to King. They get it into Gobzinski, and it's tapped away.
Second turnover. Second turnover of the quarter.
A steal on the other side. Mitch Custer intercepts it. As he makes the move for the hole, he puts it up, and he's fouled. He's fouled by Berkey. And we'll see if they're going to give him a 2-shot foul. They're going to call it on the floor.
Berkey's going to pick up the personal. That's going to be his first, team's first. And it looks like Custer's going to have the opportunity to shoot 2 free throws, but he's bleeding.
He's cut above the eye. Mitch Custer cut above the eye, so he's going to have to come out of the game.
And that could play a vital role as he is bleeding very profusely from the eye. We were able to see it cut. And Coach Crawford's going to see if he is able to get somebody in there to shoot free throws. Originally, he'd sit John Titripe as Custer's being attended to on the bench.
They're going to try to get the bleeding stopped and then put a Band-Aid on it as Aaron Niebuhr, he knocks down the first free throw. That's a big throw by the junior from Teutopolis. 27-22 Teutopolis as Nieberge gets ready to throw the next one up, and it's no good. Rims out. It just rimmed out as Mount Zion rebounds, and Berkey brings the ball down, being hounded by Aaron Nieberge. Get it back over to Gloucester, who takes a three. No good. Rebound goes to Aaron Nieberge, who went in there and got the board. He clears it out. 27-22, 6:17 to go in the third quarter. He gets it to King, who just barely seen the ball coming. At the top to Swingler. Back to King. To the left side in the corner. Gobzinski makes the move to the hole. Forces one up, and it's no good. Goes off a Mount Zion player, and it's Teutopolis ball. Boy, Teutopolis got lucky there again.
Yeah, Gobzinski really forced it inside as John Tipton checks into the game now. He replaces Aaron Nieberge.
They get it into Gobzinski. They swing it to King. Back into Gobzinski, and it's thrown away. Not a real good pass into Gobzinski. They would have had a nice shot, but they turned the ball over again. Third turnover already. Boy, Teutopolis not getting good looks at all. Here comes Plank. Makes the move to the hole, and he scores. Neil
Plank is a scorer, and he has been held in check up to this point, but he is starting to come out of his shell late in the first half and now here in the third quarter.
Swingler fouled by McClellan. His first foul. So Teutopolis a little stagnant on offense. A Teutopolis timeout, so we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after these messages for 98.9.
The moonlight gleaming on the freshly fallen snow. A ray of sunshine beaming through the icicles. Wintertime sure can...
Training room because that cut above his eye is very wide open and it's bleeding, and assistant coach Kent Nieberge went down there with him, and it looks like he's going to need stitches at some point.
Swingler gets the ball to King on the left side. Gobzinski posts up. They don't get it to him, and Tipton out. They get it to Gobzinski on the left side. He shoots a little 15-footer, and it's an air ball. It's rebounded by Teutopolis. King puts it up and good. Oh, they wave it off. They wave it off. He got the shot and the foul, and it went through, but they called it no good. They called it on the floor. The foul's on Logan Gloucester, number 22, so it'll be a common foul and out of bounds Teutopolis.
That is Logan Gloucester's third foul.
They get it to Gobzinski, to Swingler at the top of the key. Makes the move inside. Gobzinski trying to post. Now they got Swingler tied up. He gets it over to Tipton. John Tipton with the ball back to Swingler. To Gobzinski at the top of the key. Mount Zion doing a great job. They just get a turnover. Johnny King called for an offensive foul, his second. As the Braves, Matt McClellan has frustrated King out there, and King gave him the forearm, and thus the offensive foul.
Johnny King talking to the official that he's wanting a foul on McClellan before the play, but King threw an elbow, and he did that earlier in the first half. They gave him the benefit of the doubt, but this time they got King with a personal foul. It'll be his second and the team's second.
There was a little pushing going on both ends. McClellan initiated it, but the referee seen what King did. Here comes Berkey in, makes the move, kicks it back out to Plank. The long jumper, no good. This rebound goes to Swingler. He tips it out, and Tipton grabs it. That was a long rebound. Now Swingler looks a little shooken up. He gets the ball to Tipton on the right side. Back to Gobzinski. Boy, they're playing nice man-to-man defense, real tight. The King at the top of the key. He's looking. Gobzinski cuts to the middle, puts it up. No good, and he's fouled. When he comes to that middle, there's 2 or 3 guys that are coming over on him, and he puts it in. Now Swingler's bleeding. He's bleeding in the top part of his eye.
And Mitch Custer has run back out onto the floor. He is patched up above the eye. It looks like he does have he's got a Band-Aid over his eye for sure. And it looks like he's going to come in and he's going to have to replace Nick Swingler, as Swingler's got blood on his eye.
He's cut above his left eyebrow. So he's bleeding. A little physical out there, I think.
It's getting physical. Mount Zion is playing tough, in-your-face, man-to-man defense, and that's what's cut the lead so far to 27-24. Custer comes back onto the court. He's going to replace Swingler, and he gets a good round of applause from the crowd as he comes back onto the court.
Gobzinski will shoot 2 shots with 4:20 to go. It's 27-24. Teutopolis, not much scoring in this quarter. Gobzinski shoots the first one, and it's no good. It's hard.
Well, Teutopolis is going to have to capitalize on their chances in the charity stripe and if they want to hold on to this lead.
Next one's up, no good. Rims out. Rebound goes to McCollum as he's pushed out of bounds, but he throws it away. Matt, he was literally pushed out of bounds there, and there was no call.
He was pushed out of bounds right in front of the official. He had to throw the ball just to keep from going out of bounds, and it's a turnover on Mount Zion, but you can hardly blame McCollum.
Teutopolis can count their blessings as they get the ball back with Custer with the ball at the top of the key, being hounded closely. Gets it over to King, back to Custer for a three. Oh, it's an air ball. Mitch Custer launched a long three-pointer, and it came up way short. Went out of bounds. Taylor tried to save it, and it went out of bounds, so it'll be Mount Zion's ball. So they'll get a chance to tie or come within one. 27-24 to Teutopolis, 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Berkey with the ball, making a move on Custer, puts it up. Good. And he gets fouled.
Berkey drove all the way to the hoop against Custer, and it looks like Gobzinski came over to help. He is going to pick up the personal, but Berkey got his first field goal of the game, and that's Gobzinski's second foul.
Boy, Teutopolis not looking good at all right now. And like we said before, Mount Zion really picked it up as Berkey made the move to the hole, and somehow Gobzinski got him and got called for the foul, so he'll be able to tie the game. He puts it up, and it's good. We're tied. 27-all with 3:45 to go. As Custer brings it for Teutopolis, and the Mount Zion fans jump up, and they're into the game now. King with it on the left side to Gobzinski at the top of the key. To Tipton. Back to Custer. Over to Johnny King on the right side. To Gobzinski. He makes the move to the hole. He puts it up and good. He's got a big giant step.
That was a nice move by Gobzinski that time. As the lane opened up, he made a quick first step and got to the basket for the layup.
He's got a great leap. It looks like a travel, but it's not. Here comes Sams to the move to the hole, and it's good. Gobzinski tried to move over for the charge, but there was no call. We're tied again at 29 with 3 minutes to go as Custer brings the ball down for Teutopolis across the line. To Tipton. He gets it to Gobzinski on the left side to King. Johnny King just looking for somebody open. Now he's making a move toward the hole. He kicks it to Tipton. Tipton makes the move and shoots a 10-footer, and it's no good. This rebound goes to Mount Zion as Matt Yelovic's in the game. He cleared it out, and here comes McClellan for Mount Zion quickly. He pulls up a 10-footer, and it's good. And Mount Zion takes the lead, I think, for the first time in this game, 31-29 with 2:25 to go in the third.
That's right, Steve, as Mount Zion has come out roaring, and Teutopolis only has 2 points in the first 6 minutes of the half, and Ken Crawford is forced to take a timeout. I believe it's going to be a 20.
Teutopolis rattled a little bit, 12. So Custer brings the ball in. Who are behind now for the first time in this game. Gobzinski makes the move to the hole. He puts it up, and it's no good. Rebound goes to Mount Zion, and here comes Grossner for Mount Zion. Gets it over to McClellan on the right side. Now he moves to the top of the key. Makes the move to the left side. Nothing there with Tipton guarding him. Gets it over to Neil Plank. 6'5", behind the back dribble. Takes a shot in the lane. No good. This rebound goes to Gobzinski. Boy, that was a nice move. Quickly to Custer. Down to Tipton. Makes the move toward the hole, puts up a 10-footer. Good. Nice shot by John Tipton.
John Tipton with his 4th point in the ball game and a nice shot on transition.
Tied again at 31 with 1:30 to go in the third quarter as Grossner makes the move toward the hole, and it's no good, and he's called for the charge. Gobzinski throws his arms up in jubilation as he slid over and got the charge.
Well, that was a really nice play by Andy Gobzinski. He'd been trying to do that a couple times before, and finally the young man from Mount Zion, Tom Grossner, picked up the charge.
They get it into King, who's being hounded by Grossner. He gets it over to Gobzinski, and Gobzinski will walk the ball down. Here comes Custer to get the ball as he crosses the timeline with 1:17 to go, tie game at 31.
Mount Zion fans upset again as King put those elbows up in the air once again. They wanted another foul, but it wasn't meant to be.
Gobzinski to King at the top of the key to Custer in the corner. Back out to King. They look for the lob into Gobzinski. Nothing there to Tipton to the top of the key. He swings it to the left side to King. He's looking to go inside. He can't go inside. He's got to be really careful with the big, long arms of Mount Zion. Their defenders, flank especially, at 6'5". It'll be tough to get the lob the ball over. As Custer is going to settle for one shot with 40 seconds to go here, tied 31. Tipton to get the ball to King. He's out front now, being guarded by Droschner. Throws it to Gobzinski, back to King. Johnny's got to watch them elbows. King being hounded by Droschner. Gets it to Tipton. 19 seconds to go. 17 seconds.
McCollum seems to be trying to deny the ball back to Custer as King's got it. And
10 seconds. King with the ball out front, making a move. And he gets called for 5 seconds. And that'll be a turnover. King dribbled the ball out front too long. There's 6 seconds to go, and the Mount Zion will have the ball out at 3/4 of the length of the court to carry the ball. Teutopolis applies a little bit of pressure. Plank brings it down with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He gets it over to Droschner. He gets it to McCollum, gets it to Glosser in the corner. He shot it with the buzzer, and he called it good.
Ooh,
wow.
That's a controversial one, as I thought it literally looked like Grosser shot it after the buzzer went off. They're going to give it to him, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
I don't know.
As they come away with a 3-point lead. They were trailing by 7, and now it's 34-31.
Here comes Droschner. He gets the ball over to Glosser. Back to Droschner on the right side, making a move in the corner. Gets it back to Glosser. A long one, no good. Rebound goes to Taylor. And he's being hounded by Gloss. He puts it up. No good. Wow. Glosser took the ball away from Taylor, right underneath the basket, put it up, missed the shot that was fouled by Taylor. Taylor's got to hold on to that ball. So Glosser will go to the line with 2 shots with 7:41 to go. He can increase the lead as Mount Zion leads 34-31. The first one's up, and it's good.
Mount Zion has been excellent from the charity stripe for the most part this evening as Glosser knocks down the free throw.
Second one's up, and it's good. It's 36-31 with 7:40 to go in the game. Here comes Teutopolis. They get the ball to Gobzinski. He takes the move to the hole, a little 10-footer, and he's fouled. Boy, I don't like the way the offensive wooden shoes is running, Matt. That was another force job by Gobzinski. There's a lot of one-on-one ball going on, and that's not how you're going to get back in this game.
Neil Plank picks up the foul. That'll be his second, sending Gobzinski to the line. Important for T-Town is that none of the players with 3 fouls picked up their 4th in that period as Custer, Tipton, and Swingler did pick up his 4th foul.
Gobzinski hits both free throws, makes it 33-36 with 7:33 to go as McClellan brings the ball down quickly for Mount Zion as they've woke up here in this second half and have taken the lead. They get it over to Plank, makes the move to the hole, and they say he traveled.
Plank sort of stumbled as he came across the lane, and that's a traveling violation and the 3rd turnover in the half for Mount Zion compared to 4 for Teutopolis. So turnovers calmed down quite a bit here in the early going in the second half.
Gobzinski gets the ball to Tipton, to King on the left side. As Gobzinski cuts, nobody gives him control. Mitch Custer, long 3, no good. Rebound goes to Taylor. Boy, Mitch was way out there. That was NBA 3. They get it to King on the left side. They miss Taylor in the middle, but here comes Gobzinski in the middle. Puts it up, and he's fouled as he goes to the hole. It'll be on the floor.
Plank's going to pick up the foul again. That'll be his 3rd. They're going to say it was on the floor, however, as Gobzinski's trying to bargain him into saying it was a 2-shot foul as he steps to the free throw line, but they're not going to give it to him.
That's the 6th Mount Zion foul, so it'll be a bonus for Andy Gobzinski.
Yep, they are shooting 1 and a bonus, and checking into the Mount Zion lineup will be Matt Yelovic. He replaces number 12. That is Tom Droschner.
So Gobzinski will try to make the bonus. All important free throws. The first one's up, it's good. 34-36 with 6:57 to go here in the game. Mount Zion rallied back to take the lead. Gobzinski's second one's good. 35-36 Mount Zion. 6:55 to go in the game as Matt McClellan brings it down for the Braves. the 6'3" junior, and he makes a move to the hole. He puts it up, and it rolls out. That rebound goes to Sams, and he tips it in. Well, I'll tell you what, you got to keep him off the offensive glass. Here comes Custer quickly. As Custer he almost traveled. He went up for a shot, and McClellan fouled him, I think. McClellan did foul him.
McClellan's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second. Custer's going to step to the line now. We're going to have to see if it was a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot violation. They say Custer was shooting.
They're going to give him a bonus or 2 shots. Puts the first one up, it's good.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter at that point.
They never gave a clear indication, and that's Custer's 10th point in the ball game, as he had those 3 quick 3-pointers, and now he's held scoreless until now.
Next one up and good. 37-38, Mount Zion. 6:30 to go. As McClellan brings it down, the 6'3" junior. He makes the move to the hole. Here he comes. He stumbles, stops, has the ball in the lane, gets it taken away, but he regains control. Gets it back out to Plank for the 3, and it's no good. Rebound goes to Gobzinski. As man, did Mount Zion hit the boards that time or what?
Gobzinski did a good job to come out of there with that rebound.
To get it to King. He makes the move to the hole. He puts it up, no good, and he got fouled. Wow. Johnny King almost had that ball go down. Teutopolis ran a little bit, caught Mount Zion sleeping, and King drove the baseline. Got the foul. Who was that on, Matt?
Glosser, and that's going to be his 4th. That's a big personal for Mount Zion, as Glosser is going to have 4 fouls. King will go to the line for 2 shots at the 6-minute mark, and we're going to see how Mount Zion's going to respond to Glosser picking up his 4th foul. Into the game returns number 12, Tom Drochner, as he replaces Glosser.
King misses the first free shot, and boy, them free throws are important. At this stage of the game, you need every one of them. He's going to try to tie now with 6:08 to go. Mount Zion on top, 38-37. The throw is up, and it's no good. Rebound goes to Sam.
Boy, you got to have those.
You sure do. There was 2 points. So McClellan with the ball. Makes the move to the hole. Pulls up a 10-footer, and it's no good. Rebound Gobzinski. He got shoved from behind, but there was no call as Custer brings the ball down for Teutopolis. Making a move toward the hole. Gets it to King outside for the 3. No good. It's short. I couldn't see what happened.
Well, Sam pulled down the rebound, and Custer came up from behind, King came up from behind. It looked like he had a pretty good strip of the ball as Sam's made the cardinal mistake of a big man and brought the ball down, but they whistled King for the personal. It'll be Mount Zion ball.
McClellan brings the ball in, guarded by Custer. They're leading 38-37, 5:35 to go. Now we got a foul away from the play. And that foul is on 44, Todd Taylor.
Todd Taylor picks up his 2nd foul in the ball game. It's the team's 5th.
Mount Zion gets it into Plank, puts it up, no good. Rebound King. And here comes Teutopolis, another chance to tie or go up. 5:20 to go. Gobzinski, he travels. So Andy Gobzinski turns the ball over right away here. Teutopolis with another shot at tying or going ahead, and they blow that.
5th turnover here for Teutopolis, as we've got a substitution now as number 13 is trying to return to the lineup. He is Zach Berkey, their point guard. He's going to check in for number 42, Neil Plank, who has apparently had some sort of ankle injury. Once again, it looks like he's got a bad wheel to begin with, and he might have injured that a little bit, and that's going to be of substantial interest to Mount Zion.
Oh, definitely. Here comes Berkey now handling the ball instead of McClellan for Mount Zion. They're up by a point. He makes a move to the hole. He puts it up. It's no good. Rebound Gobzinski again. Andy's cleaning the boards. Here comes Teutopolis quickly with Custer bringing the ball down on the right side. Looking, making a move to the hole. Puts it up. It's no good, and he's fouled. Teutopolis being content with going one-on-one and trying to draw the foul. Custer that time got within 5 feet of the basket, but he couldn't get it to drop, and he'll shoot a foul shot. Two foul shots.
Well, Mitch Custer tried to take advantage of what would be considered the smaller lineup, as both Zach Berkey and Tom Drochner are in the lineup at the same time. He was able to draw the foul on Zach Berkey. It's only his first, or make that his 2nd. But returning now to the lineup is Neil Plank, and it looked like he just had a calf cramp up on him. Got to remember, this is the second ball game that both of these teams have played.
Right, and they were both tough games.
That's right.
Custer ties the game with the free throw, and he makes the next one, and Teutopolis takes a 1-point lead, 39-38, with 4:50 to go in the game. Berkey bringing the ball down, or excuse me, that's Droschner bringing the ball down. He beats Tipton. He kicks it out to McClellan for the three. Good.
McClellan was wide open for the three, and he doesn't miss many of those when he's wide open. That's his first three-pointer of the night. But
41-39, Mount Zion, 4:30 to go. Teutopolis taking his time now on offense. Get it to Gobzinski, makes the move toward the hole, puts it up, no good. Little 15-footer, Tipton rebounds, puts it up and in.
Good strong
job.
rebound.
Wow. Good
John
strong
Tipton
rebound
with a
by
nice rebound underneath.
Boy, you ain't kidding there. 41-41, 4:10 to go. Where did Tipton come up with that ball? Here comes Droschner to the right side to Plank. He's looking for something. Gets it to Sam at the top of the key. Back to Droschner. Over to McClellan on the left side. They're setting up a pick for him. Now they fade off, and they still set a pick for him, but Custer gets through. McClellan at the top of the key, makes a move. Gets over to Yellowich, takes the ball in, and he takes the ball in, and the ball goes through the hole, but it's waved off as King or somebody got in there and picked up the charge.
King drew the charge as Yellowich went hard to the basket. Mount Zion fans are very disappointed in the call, as it looked like King was set up right underneath the basket. But it doesn't matter, as it's a charge called on Yellowich.
I couldn't see as we're sitting down here on the floor, and everybody just converted toward the middle of the hole there and blocked my view. I knew the ball went up and in, but I didn't know if they were going to call a charge or a block. But it was a big break for Teutopolis, as Mount Zion's going to apply full court pressure here now with 3:44 to go. A tie game at 41. Here comes Teutopolis. Mitch Custer bringing the ball down, being guarded by McClellan, the 6'3" junior, a big height advantage. Now Tipton with the ball. To Gobzinski at the top. Tough defense by Mount Zion. They're belly to belly. Custer at the top of the key by himself. Or rather, back toward the midcourt. Gets it to Gobzinski. Makes the move to the hole. And he travels. He's got a jump ball. One's got to travel. One's got a jump ball.
They're gonna talk it over. The official says it's a jump ball. It'll remain with T-Town. Mount Zion fans are very disappointed in that. Teutopolis fans rejoice. And number 22 returns to the lineup, Logan Glosser. He's going to replace Tom Druckner, who's been handling the point guard duties for Mount Zion much of this ball game.
Teutopolis with a break there as Gobzinski again tried to force the action. They got to get him down low to post up or something. Let it happen down low.
This time Gobzinski does travel, as he just took steps on his own all by himself. He just forgot to put the ball down before he took a step, and that is a costly turnover.
Boy, shoes coming unraveled here a little bit. 41-41, 3:07 to go. As McClellan, the big 6'3" junior for Mount Zion, makes the move, and there's a foul away from the ball. I think it's on Taylor, and it is.
Taylor's going to pick up the blocking foul as he was being screened. He tried to rotate over but couldn't quite get there. That's going to send the 6'8" Sams to the free throw line. We haven't heard much from him this ball game, considering the fact that he's the main post player for Mount Zion.
Jake Sams, the 6'8" center for him, number 34, goes to the line. The first one's up and good. You're right, he's been awful quiet in this game.
That's Sam's 9th point at the 3:02 mark in the fourth quarter, and that's a tribute to the defense being played by Teutopolis, and especially Todd Taylor, as he's done a whale of a job against the bigger Sam.
Next foul shot's up and good. It's a 43-41 lead for Mount Zion with 2:59 to go. Every possession is going to be critical here now. Gobzinski gets the ball to Custer on the right side. To King at the top of the key. Over to Tipton. Tipton making a move to the hole. Bounces to King underneath. He puts it up. Good. Nice job by Tipton and King. Tie game. As Tipton threaded a hole through the defense and got it to King for the layup.
That's King's first bucket of the second half.
McClellan breaks free for a layup. Oh, he brings it back out front. I thought he had a wide open layup, but he brought it back out front. His flank goes to the hole on the baseline. Knocked away by Teutopolis. And it's out of bounds. I think Taylor thought that was off a Mount Zion player because he clearly could have had it.
It looked like it would have had to been a pretty decent defensive play if Staley would have got to it, but he should have made more of an effort as Ken Crawford was upset with that.
Right, he just watched it go out of bounds, and they could have had the ball very easily as McClellan brings it over now for Mount Zion. Excellent point guard. He gets it into Sams. He puts it up. It's blocked by Gobzinski. What a block. He slapped that thing off the board.
Gobzinski came from the weak side, and I don't think that happens to Sams very often.
King on the left side to Custer. Custer out front gets it over to Gobzinski. He's way out front to Tipton. Back out to King. It's nearly stolen. Yelovic about got that ball.
And King should have took advantage of Yelovic being behind him. But Teatown is going to call a timeout here. I believe it has to be a full timeout.
He's going to take a 20.
No, it is a 20. They had 1:20 left.
We'll stay here. It's 43-43 with 1:43 to go. Ain't that something? 43 for trouble. He finally gets it into Johnny King. King looking to give it back to Custer and does so. He's being hounded by the 6'3 McClellan. He gets it to Tipton. They're looking for Gobzinski. Tipton makes the move, gets it to King. He makes the move toward the hole, puts it up, and no good. Rebound goes to Gobzinski. Tip, no good. And I can't see what's
Ball's
going
on the floor. Rebound taken out of there by Plank.
Teutopolis had an offensive rebound, but it couldn't drop. Here's stolen by King. They get it to Custer. He's making a move toward the hole. 10-footer. No good. Rebound goes to Paley. Nope, tipped away, and here comes Plank with it. He bounces it. And now Mount Zion's got one down court. 22, Gloucester goes in for the layup, and it's missed. And he gets cut, and Gobzinski gets called for the foul. Wow.
What action here as a lot of action underneath the board. Steve got blocked off by the T-Town coaching staff as the ball went to the floor, came out of there with Plank. Plank had it stripped by King, so that was a turnover. And then they came back, Custer came back, tried to get the shot up. It wouldn't go down for him as he had a good look from 12 feet. Rebound again was a scramble. Plank came out of there once again, and they found Gloucester streaking down the court. He makes the first free throw, making it 44-43.
That was a big play by Gloucester to get down court. They got him the ball. He's going to try to make the second foul shot. It's up, and it's good.
Gobzinski picks up his third foul with a minute left.
45-43 with a minute to go. Teutopolis is going to have to get a shot here. They've got to be very careful not to turn the ball over. Custer looking to get it inside. He can't do nothing. He gets it back out front to King. Shoes will reload as they go to Tipton with 40 seconds to go, down by 2. Here comes the Gobzinski on the baseline, puts it up and in, and he got fouled, and the basket counts.
They call a block underneath, and Gobzinski with a move once again. He had a nice open lane. Basket's good. Foul's going to be on 32. That is Matt Yelovic, and that is his fourth. But more importantly, Gobzinski will go to the line with a chance for T-Town to have the lead.
It's 45-45, 38 seconds to go, and Gobzinski can give the Shoes the lead with 1 point here as he shoots the foul shot. He puts it up, and it's good. Teutopolis is going to have to play tough defense now. 36 seconds to go. The big McClellan brings it down for Mount Zion. He calls timeout. Mount Zion calls timeout with 30 seconds to go. It's 46-45 Teutopolis. We'll be back right after these messages for 98.9.
Another participating sponsor in T-Town.
T-Town sides are standing. Mount Zion looking to inbounds, and it's important to remember they've used their final timeout.
28 seconds to go. McClellan brings it down. Custer guarding him. Looks like McClellan's going to get it over to Yelovic, being guarded by Gobzinski. Out to Sams up front. Back over to Gloucester. Now they go to Plank. Plank, the big man's making a move on King, and he's stripped by Johnny King, and he's called for a foul.
John King picks up the foul with 9 seconds left. That's Johnny King's fourth personal.
Wow. Looked like a clean steal, but the referee called the foul, so Plank will go to the line and shoot a bonus.
Plank will have to make the first one in order to tie the ball game and give his team a chance to win. Teutopolis is going to take the timeout.
Timeout on the court.
And it's going to be a full.
So we'll take a break with 9 seconds to go. It's 46-45 Teutopolis. Back after this for 98.9.
The Teutopolis State Bank has the perfect gift for the collector on your list, the Coins of America program. It includes U.S. coin proof sets, commemorative medallions, money clips, limited edition sports coins, and American Eagle silver dollars. These coins can be seen and purchased at the Teutopolis State Bank or Sigel Community Bank.
Quality service, quality people, Teutopolis State Bank.
T-Town Hoops on Double Q 98.9.
We're back in Charleston, where Mount Zion's Neil Plank is set to shoot a 1-and-1 bonus with 9 seconds to go as Teutopolis leads 46-45. Johnny King has just about had that steal, but he got called for the foul, so they're going to have to adjust.
Well, Plank is going to the free throw line. He's one of the big guns, but he's been held in check by the likes of Johnny King most of the game. He only has 6 points, but these will be 2 of the biggest free throws of the game, especially the first one of the 1-and-1.
All right, we'll see what happens. The crowd screaming at him. A 1-and-1 bonus. Teutopolis is going to have to check off if they miss. Here comes the throw. Plank puts it up. It's around and out. No good, and he's tipped in by... Who tipped that ball in? That was
Yelovic came up from behind Gobzinski. Gobzinski went to the basket instead of blocking out. That made all the difference as Yelovic was able to get his hand up in there and knock that ball in with a beautiful...
Gobzinski with 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. They go to Tipton. He puts it up. It's good! And it's Teutopolis wins! What a shot by Tipton!
Oh, my goodness. John Tipton.
Wow. What a shot by Tipton. Who got that ball to him?
Gobzinski made a nice drive all the way down to the basket. Very unselfishly found the open man as Mount Zion closed in on him. There was nothing they could do at the buzzer as it went through the net as the horn blew. Teutopolis fans still celebrating on the court. Teutopolis players are in a pile. Coach Ken Crawford is congratulating the Mount Zion team as soon the Teutopolis players will as well. Incredible game here at the championship of the Charleston Holiday Tournament.
What a perfectly set play.